Hi everyone. I'm happy to do this with you. I'm happy that you are doing this, and I'm happy to be on your channel, humhairahi.
We love this car.
Two things. If someone asks me what I want to be removed from this car or rectified in this car is
Coming up.
Welcome back. Today we're doing an ownership review on Honda Jazz, which is a 2018 model. We have with us Kishore Chacha, who is the owner of this car.
Hello. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. I'm happy to do this with you. I'm happy that you are doing this, and I'm happy to be on your channel, humhairahi.
Thank you. What were your requirements while buying this car?
Well, this is my first car, and my requirements were simple. I have a small family, and my requirements were that because I'm also a tall guy, so I wanted a car which can fit my family and myself because I'm the driver. It should fit me properly. So my biggest requirement was space, and then everything else like some normal features. Safety wise, it should be a safe car. It should be fun to drive. It should be safe to drive, and it should have space. That was my requirement. And I tried many cars, and I was also only looking for hatchback. So I was not going for any other big car because of my budget constraints. And in that, I found this car to fit all my requirements because this gave me more space than any other car in its segment, and safety wise, I found it to be safer than many because of the NCAP ratings and others. And it's a really fun car to drive. And one more thing is that I really like the design of this car. I simply love this car.
What was the story behind the purchase of this car?
I don't know if there was any big story, but it's just that one fine day because we were looking for cars, so we were going to showrooms, and my son, who was I think just 2 years old then, so we went to a Honda showroom, and this car was launched then. It was an upgraded version of Honda Jazz. It was launched then, and he simply went to this car. Although we were looking for some other car in the Honda showroom, but he went to this car, and he just said we want to buy this car. So we thought, why not? And then, as I said, it just suited all my requirements of space, safety, and a fun hatchback car to drive. So yeah, that's the story.
How was the buying experience of this car?
I would say pretty good actually. Again, my first buying experience, and no issues at all.
Not necessarily hassle.
No, nothing actually. The Honda agency from whom I bought this car, they were really supportive, and they were really good actually. And no waiting time as such. I mean, I got this car in a week, so I was really happy with the experience.
Hello, my name is Avian.
What do you like the best about this car?
Map.
Oh, you like the maps. Alright. Thank you for your time. How smooth is the engine performance?
This is one of the smoothest engines in this segment. This car is famous for its IVTEC engine, and they say this 1.2 liter IVTEC engine is the best in its class. And after buying this and after driving it for more than 3 years and almost 4 years, I can vouch for that. This is one of the smoothest engines, at least whatever cars I have driven.
What are the pros and cons about this car?
Well, there are many pros and cons. To be very frank, let me start with the pros first, and then I'll come to cons. So pro, I mean, I've already told that this is for my height, for my kind of requirement. This gives me the best test of the space in this size car. So definitely, this is a very roomy car, and I really like because I need that room. Okay, so that's the one thing. The second is the engine. Engine is one of the smoothest, and I really like this engine. Third is CVT, because the transmission is automatic. This is CVT, and this is this is such a easy car to drive. That is one of the pros. Okay, safety wise, I at the time of buying this car, I checked the NCAP ratings. Although the Indian or the global NCAP ratings were not available then, it was just the Australian NCAP, and it gave this car 4 stars. So it was really good, a safe car to drive. So yeah, these are some of the pros. Lots of space, safety, fun, easy car to drive, and I think it's a very good hatchback for a small family like mine. So yeah, those are the pros. For cons, there are quite a few. The one thing which I would like to mention is that for the kind of price this car comes in, compared to its competition nowadays, this lacks some features. So there will be some, but although it has all the basic features, all the required features, but some of those gimmicky features this car lacks. So that is one thing, but it's not a major con. It's just that something I felt. But there are other things in terms of its design which sometimes bothers me, is that this car has got a lot of cabin noise. Now this is a problem when I'm driving, because I really want my cabin to be quieter one, and there's quite a lot of cabin noise in this car. So that's one major con for me, and because of that, no matter how good the audio system is, I just cannot enjoy my audio system because of the cabin noise. So that's why it just kind of ruins my driving experience. So that's one big con. There are some other cons, like in terms of design or the interior design, that the armrest which they have given is of no use to me because it's too low for my liking. So that's one of the con. The other thing is that the steering of this car, it has got leather wrapping which came from the company side, but it is too slippery for me. So sometimes it slips out of my hand. So that's just a minor thing, but yeah, that's something sometimes don't like. So I think these are the other major one is, yeah, the one more thing is that this car's suspension is on harder side. So it's not as soft as i20 or Baleno, but this is on the harder side. So sometimes within city the ride may not feel that comfortable. So that's also, so yeah, suspension is a bit of a concern for me as well. So yeah, these are some of the main cons, but it's a pretty good car. I really like it. Yeah.
Can you tell me a few things that you wanted this car to have and you just felt it's missing?
This car, I think, is missing or should have got is the rear AC vent, because at times I've felt people have complained who were sitting with me at the back seat, they are missing the rear AC vent. So that's one thing which I really wanted this car to have. Other than that, one thing is, as I mentioned about the cons of this car anyways, that suspension should have slightly been a little softer and not on that harder side. This car has got its suspension harder, and in city you may feel a little discomfort because of that. Other than that, I also sometimes feel when I look at my friends' latest cars, the dashboard is a bit oldish in this. Although it works, it does its job fine, but I feel sometimes that keeping in mind today's tech and to get today's cars, or the cars which are offering really good gadgety dashboards, this car is missing that. So I think it would have been great if this car also had a good digital kind of a dashboard. Two things, if someone asks me what I want to be removed from this car or rectified in this car, is cabin noise and suspension. So these two things are my main concerns. Otherwise, I just love this car. You can see this space. I was talking about this space. This is like, I'm 6'2", and this is enough space for me, enough space for my legs, and I'm really happy about this. So one more thing I would like to add, which this car I thought is missing and should have got, because in this day and age all cars should have that, is the tire pressure monitoring system. Because at times I, while driving, feel that is one of my tires low on pressure, and I keep checking those. I have to go to a service station to check that, or a gas station to check that. But if this car had that system already inbuilt, then it would have been of great help actually. But that is missing in this car. So yeah.
Let's say you're buying a new car. What would be your requirement?
My requirements again same, because again I'm a tall guy, so first requirement is definitely a proper space for the driver's seat, because I'm going to drive my car, and no matter how expensive or how latest that car is or how best that car is in market, but it should be giving a proper driving space, or driving comfort to me in terms of space. So that is one thing. Other than that, again, all the latest features, whether it is safety features, that the car should be safe, because my other biggest or one of the biggest requirement is that if a car can lack some of the features, but it should be safe to drive. So that's my biggest or one of the biggest or a requirement which is right on top. So it should be a safe car, it should be a spacey car for me. And then I mean, if we have all the other gadgets and all the other features, that's like bonus for me. Mainly it should be a safe car, so I'll definitely go for a safe car and a slightly bigger car.
How did you choose the color?
I mean, when I was buying car, or when I was looking for car 3-4 years back, almost everyone advised me that go for either white or black, because they have resale values, they are low on maintenance. But I feel differently, because to me, car should reflect your personality, and the car color should reflect your personality. So I decide based on that, and it should look good. Whether it is high on maintenance, I don't care. It should look good, and red to me is a very aggressive. I mean, it suits my personality, because at times I'm red. I liked red. But maybe in future I may go for a different color, because now I've had red, I've driven it, and I've experienced it. So probably in future I may go for a different color altogether.
Is there any advice you would like to give any other buyers out there?
Well, that's a very good question again, because this is one question I would like to answer. I've said this, that I like this car, I love this car for all those things which I already mentioned. But if you ask me that would I advise someone to go for this car, no, I won't, because because there are now many other latest or new cars which are coming up with probably similar sort of space, similar sort of safety features, with a lot of other features, a lot of other gadgets, and then it. Why would someone go for that? And this is again a hatchback. It's not a SUV or a compact SUV. So I'm even if I advise someone to go for this car, people may not go for this car, because they have other better options. When I bought this car, there were only limited options. There were not many compact SUVs in market. Only Breeza and WRV and those kind of cars were there. Not many options. Now there are many other options, so people may not, even if I advise them to go for this car, they may not go for this car. So I would prefer not advising this car to them.
Then Nexon would be a good car.
Nexon and WRV or Breeza were available then when I bought this car. But again, then it comes to the question of budget. I started with a budget of around 7 lakhs, and I stretched up to 10.5 for a full top end version of this Honda Jazz top end CVT. So that was my limit. But I mean, if I had 2 or 3 more lakhs, I would have gone for a Nexon or a Breeza or a WRV. But in that budget, that was the best option I thought I had.
Did you not have any other contenders?
The contenders were again limited by budget. So many hatchbacks were there. I checked i20, I checked Ford's EcoSport, I checked Baleno, but all of them looked a bit compact for me. Again it comes back to space and my kind of height requirement. So again, this car was the best option for me, for my height and for my kind of space requirements. So that's why I chose this car. And again, as I said, it looked good also from the exterior. This was the best color I thought available then, and the design wise, I think this is the best car. I still feel I don't know. I don't know what is so special about i20's design. I don't know what is so special about Baleno's design. But this definitely looks a bit different from the rest of the cars. So yeah, I mean, some people may say that this is a kind of a mini mini truck kind of a design, but I really like this design. And again, Honda was one of the other reasons for the reliability, for the way they were famous for the reliability. I'm really happy to own a Honda.
We're done.
Thank you, Kishore Chacha, for sharing your Honda Jazz experience with humhairahi.
Please like, share and subscribe.